Ladies and gentlemen, so today we are finally doing the rank up abilities and also gameplay video for Emma Frost. So we're going to take her up to 330, kind of that mid-level of a 4-star champion. We're going to check out her abilities, her synergies, talk a bit about what this character has, make some comparisons, because I kind of viewing Emma Frost at the moment as a bit of an alternate version of Iceman. Maybe a better version in some circumstances, but I think that's probably going to be one of the main comparisons with this character, and we'll talk about, why I believe these characters are so similar when we have a look at their abilities, and then finally we're going to take her out for some gameplay. We're going to jump into Act 4 and go against Maestro. But will Emma Frost be the character that dethrones Iceman for kind of his current spot in the meta? I'm very interested to see that, but also if you have unlocked Emma Frost via the early access offer, you've been playing the character, I'm very interested to get some thoughts on how good you believe this character is, in the comment section below. Maybe we'll wait till the end of the video if you are very new to this character, but yeah, I'm just curious to get some more thoughts and opinions on her. But anyway, let's take her up to 220 there, and Emma Frost, from reading her Awakened Abilities so far, she looks like a character, and I think it's a very similar story with Omega Red as well, and a lot of the new characters, which I really like in terms of the direction, is that she is very good unawakened, and she's a useful character unawakened. It's just her awakened ability is like a nice icing on the cake, if you will, and just makes her even more desirable to have. So we'll talk about her awakened ability in a bit after we go through some of her abilities. Now, Emma Frost has two different forms. She has Diamond form and Telepath form, and she's always going to start the fight in Diamond form, and Diamond form is the one that gives her all the immunities. So I think she's going to be a really good option for dealing with versatile kind of like poison and bleed noses in Alliance Quest, and might be a really, really great character to take there. But essentially, when she is at least one power level ahead of the opponent, she will deactivate Diamond form and switch to Telepath form. So if you have more power than the opponent, you're in Telepath, and if you have less power than the opponent, you are in Diamond. But if the opponent uses an armor break on you, she is forced into Telepath form, and I believe as well whenever she uses special attacks, it forces her as well into Telepath form as well. So as mentioned a second ago, Diamond form gives her immunity to all stun, bleed, poison, incinerate, shock, frostbite, cold snap, fatigue, concussion, and exhaustion effects. So a lot of matchups she can deal with really, really effectively there, and a lot of nodes. Some interesting stuff. Again, another Iceman counter, which is always very, very good to have. Well-timed blocks are going to grant a prowess buff, and when Emma changes into Diamond form, she replaces all temporary prowess buffs, which are gained in Telepath form, with new indefinite prowess buffs that increase special attack damage by 10%, and prowess buffs are capped at 5 in Diamond form. She also has, in this form, a 10% chance to block that reduces all damage, a bit more armor, a bit more block proficiency, quite a bit more physical resistance, and a whole lot more crit resistance there. So yeah, Diamond form, she's just very annoying to get damage through, and also opponents will have a reduced critical damage rating against her Diamond form as well, which is one of the things that makes her a bit of an annoying defender at some points, as you are, I'm sure, if you've played this month's event quest, you are very familiar with. And passive is Telepath form, so this is her other form, and when she changes into Telepath form, she replaces all indefinite prowess buffs with a new prowess buff that increases special attack damage by 10% and lasts for 7 seconds. Prowess buffs are capped at 10 in Telepath form, so you can get a lot more special attack damage there, and instead of parries, it's critical hits that grant your prowess buffs and refresh all of the existing ones. So yeah, there's a lot of tempo in order to keep up kind of that additional special attack damage in this Telepath form here. And also Emma is able to read her opponent's thoughts, allowing all of Emma's abilities to ignore evade. So this is a really, really big one. So providing you have more power than the opponent, all of your attacks are going to ignore evade. You're not going to see evade trigger ever, and I think this is big, man. This is a really, really big ability, and again, this is kind of why I think she's somewhat comparable to Iceman, you know, with all of the immunities in the evade counter are kind of two of the three things that make Iceman a very, very desirable character. And Emma Frost, she does them, again, in a slightly different way, and depending on the circumstances, it's a little bit debatable as to which one is going to be the better. Obviously, she's not going to start in Telepath form, whereas an Awakened Iceman will immediately apply Cold Snap, but then again, you have to keep the tempo up to keep on applying Cold Snap there. So I think Iceman and Emma Frost is a bit of an interesting comparison and one to maybe talk about in a bit more detail. But yeah, you also get a lot more crit rate for each prowess active, and also a lot more crit damage for every prowess active as well. So if you keep critting, your damage just goes up and up and up. And also your heavy attacks do two different things. In diamond form, they generate 50% additional power, and also opponents generate 80% less power from this attack. So yeah, it's just a way to give you quite a bit more power and shift the dynamic a bit more towards Telepath form with heavy attacks in Diamond form. I don't really see too many scenarios where you'd probably end up using this one. And again, with the Telepath form, you have a 60% chance to taunt the opponent for 5 seconds. And opponents that are taunted have the attack reduction by 40% and also have a 70% higher chance to activate a special attack. And these debuffs will be removed if she switches to Diamond form. So it's nice to see she has a taunt. Maybe in some circumstances that could be really, really useful, like on all or nothing nodes, but I feel like it's going to be rare that you're trying to taunt off a heavy attack. But I don't know, it'd be nice if this was a little bit longer duration, because like Stark Spidey's, I believe, is like 5 seconds, maybe only 5 seconds on villains, and that's just triggering off your attacks. You don't need to worry about throwing a heavy in between there. So yeah, it'd be nice if it was just a little bit longer in terms of the duration there, but hey, Emma Frost she's still pretty nice, man. She's got a lot of stuff going on. Also special attacks, Emma switches to Telepath form for the duration of the attack. Once Emma finishes the special attack, all prowess buffs are removed, and this attack deals true damage, which ignores all of the opponent's armor. So special attacks can rinse through the opponent's armor and deal quite a lot of damage if there is a scenario where they have a lot of armor resisting there. Special attack 1 has a power sting associated with it, which I believe is the equivalent to approximately something like 80-85% of Emma's base attack if they activate a special, and I think it's only one of them, so it's nowhere near as powerful as Yellow Jacket's Sting, for example. But the special attack 2, you have concussion, you've got ability accuracy reduction of 50% for 8 seconds, so you know, this is like a nice little bonus, and in certain matchups it's going to help you a little bit more. And same with the special attack 3, you have 100% chance to reduce the opponent's power gain from all sources by 75% for 8 seconds. So, you know, there's some good utility in Emma Frost. I think kind of the biggest things are the immunities in the evade, but she has ability accuracy reduction, a little bit of power control reduction as well. We've got a taunt thrown in there as well. So, you know, there's some alright stuff, and I think Emma Frost is going to be still quite a fun and interesting champion that brings a little bit to the table when you're playing this character. So yeah, quite interesting there. Then we have the synergies. So she, with Sentinel, gains more attack rating in Diamond form, and Sentinel has more physical resistance for each analysis charge. Emma Frost switches to Diamond form when her and the opponent are at the same power. So if you want more Diamond form uptime, say like, I don't know, there's some sort of like stun back node or something like Mesmerize, then maybe this is the synergy to go for. And also Colossus gets 15% increased power gain, and we are going to be doing some Colossus gameplay very soon, ladies and gentlemen, so keep an eye out for that. With Cyclops, Emma can strike with critical hits even while the opponent is blocking, which is alright, but you never really want to be hitting into blocked hits too much. And also 10% increased power gain for Cyclops, which still makes him a very underwhelming character. And then finally we have Phoenix Force. So Emma Frost, whenever Emma would gain 1 prowess buff, she gains 2 instead. I think in terms of playing this character, this might be the most powerful synergy overall. This seems quite good for ramping up her damage. And also with Phoenix, you know, she meshes in quite well with the X-Men, and we're going to show you the team that we've built today to get a little bit more power gain and also take advantage of this synergy on some of the shorter fights. But also Phoenix entering Overload does not consume Fury buffs. When Phoenix stops overloading, all Fury buffs are removed. So a bit more uptime on kind of like your, 11 Fury there on Phoenix. But I don't think that's still anywhere near good enough to make Phoenix a really, really, valuable and good character still. But it makes Phoenix a little bit better. And, maybe between Phoenix and Emma Frost, could be seeing some new, like, I don't know, Alliance Quest sustainable combination. Because they got, Phoenix is alright, man. You can get a lot better sustainability for her if you play correctly, and the synergies aren't too bad together. But anyway, let's go for a little bit of Chapter 4 Maestro and actually test out Emma Frost. So we're going to be using Phoenix, Cyclops, Magneto, and Storm, because again, all the X-Men go together quite well. We get a little bit of additional power gain. We've got attack as well, a little bit more crit damage as well, but it's mainly the power gain and attack that I've tried to build for when it comes to this team. But yeah, just chucking all these characters together, there's quite a bit going on in terms of, I think you've got 10% increased power gain, like 12% increased attack, and also both the Phoenix and Cyclops synergies as well. So yeah, this first fight against Hulk, we do have a bit of physical resistance to contend with, but after that we should be in, pardon me for the cough there, ladies and gentlemen, pretty good shooting range. Hopefully we can open up Emma Frost quite a bit more. But yeah, I think when playing this character, just from watching some videos so far, it looks like the best thing to do is just go to the Special 2. Seems like the potentially best way to play Emma Frost. But again, I am still a bit of a rookie here. Let's go! Oh, very nice Special 2 there. Would have been even nicer if we got the crit, but certainly feels a lot better to play off the offset than Red Skull, for example, who we had the pleasure of doing a rank up and gameplay video in this specific chapter for a free 30 not too long ago. But there we go. Oh, some very nice damage on the first hit of that, and then the second hit was completely negated by us losing all of our combat stats. But again, not bad. He feels pretty fluid to play in terms of the animations, and that Hulk again does have a lot of additional physical resistance, so he's not really a good measure for anything. But we're gonna try and get through this, get to Maestro, see if we can get that friggin' Arc Overload Iron Man down as well, and just see what happens. But I think maybe with Emma Frost, we want to wait till, like, because we want to spend, I assume, as much time as we can in Telepath form to take advantage of all that additional crit rate and crit damage. So we probably want to wait till we're very close to the Special 3 to use the Special 2. However, I think this is probably going to do it. Ah, so close, man. If we got our crit on that second hit, that would have been absolutely devastating for that symbiote. 28, not too bad. She feels very fun to play, very fluid. And as a reminder, this is like a character that if you play her in a certain way, well, she starts off immune to everything. Well, pretty much everything that is a big concern for a lot of nodes. But, yeah, not too shabby at all. I think Emma Frost is going to be quite popular for Alliance Quest and Alliance War defense. I don't really see... I don't know, there might be a little bit of playing of Emma Frost on Alliance War offense for certain nodes. Because, again, she is poison and bleed immune. I think the damage she's dishing out is very juicy. Very, very juicy. And especially, like, taking this character, if you got her as, like, a 6-star, because, in... Well, it's probably going to be quite a while now. It's not going to be December, is it? But if we're talking like mid into next year, because again, she's just missed the cutoff for the current 6-star crystal, so she's going to be lagging a bit behind. But in the future, if you just get this character as a 6-star champion, like right out of the crystal, she's going to be banging, man. She's going to be so friggin' good, I would imagine. Like, beyond triple immunities character, with so much little interesting utility stuff that she can do. Counter evade. I don't know, you might, I maybe take that back. I feel like there are going to be some scenarios where Emma Frost might be good for certain Alliance Warpaths. That Special 2, though, annihilates, man. And remember, this is only a 4-star 330 champion, and I believe the majority of these opponents have about 20,000 health. So yeah, she's doing good, man. She's doing good. Very good. But we also do have a team that's quite, definitely getting the max out of Emma Frost. But the X-Men, they always tend to go so well together. Right, now we're Telepath form. We've got those... The Phoenix synergy is really nice. I like having those 10 stacks of prowess, man. Let's go. Can we get Ronan down? Legit, boys. Legit. This character's going to be great as well for those, what was it? Those special damage nodes. Definitely. Oh, man. She just feels great to play. She does, I feel like, I think it was Mutant who did like a write-up, I believe on the class advantage for Emma Frost. It's MCOC fan site. And I believe he described Emma Frost as like the closest thing that we've seen to Scarlet Witch in a while. And she does feel like a bit of like an Iceman Scarlet Witch hybrid. That's kind of what I get. There's a lot of stuff this character can do, and she can do some of the stuff like really, really well. But the special too, there's definitely like that really satisfying feeling of just like big special too, just such high damage, like it's pretty much going to crit all the time if you're in telepath form. So yeah, pretty good, boys. I'm really liking Emma Frost so far. I am a bit tempted to see how far we can open up this gal toward the end of the video on Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, because she's doing that so well so far. I'm also very excited to do some Mega Red rank up in gameplay. And I think I'm doing a lot of what is it, map 6 at the moment in Omni, and I'm very inclined to try and take maybe Emma and also Mega like one day, maybe get them up to 550 potentially, because they're such fun characters to play. Wow, mate. Just everything's dead, man. Everything is dead after that special too. I'm interested to see the Maestro fight. I'm a little bit worried I'm going to get clipped by a special one or something incredibly stupid like that, which is, yeah, certainly very, very possible. But, you know, let's say like 3 and a bit months time. Actually, it's good. Well, 4 and a bit months time, because it's still not the official release of Emma Frost yet. That's not till next Thursday. So 4 months time, somebody plays Marvel Contest of Champions. They open up their first 4-star, their first premium. It's Emma Frost. Mate, you're sorted. You're sorted. Like, she's going to take you through so much content, and I'm glad that there are so many, like, just valuable characters that don't need to be awakened, that have so much utility. Like, she's such a good answer to so much stuff. So yeah, I'm liking it, man. Liking it a lot. Again, I want to give credit where it's due. I feel like they've done a really good job this year of making a lot of very good characters that don't necessarily need to be awakened to be super good. But also I feel like I've neglected as well to talk about Emma Frost's Awakened ability, which we are going to do right now. But even that Arc Overload Iron Man with a class disadvantage, absolutely tore through that. But just to show you Emma Frost's Awakened ability, so the first thing it does is invert the controls, which is mainly an Alliance War Defender thing. But also it's going to give you a damage cap from a single hit, I believe at 15%, and we'll like cap that at 15%, and then we'll switch her into Diamond form. I don't know if that applies to special free attacks though, which I'm curious to know if it does. So if you do know, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, essentially, if it does apply to special freeze as well, then she's got Iceman's Ice Armor as well. But, yeah, also absorbing the stun and not being, like, you know, having that downtime on it. But Iceman's Ice Armor caps the hit at 5%, and he doesn't need to be awakened for that. So I think there's actually good debate in terms of like who is more useful, Emma Frost or Iceman. But personally, just from what I've seen so far, I feel like Emma Frost might end up being the winner. I feel like she's just a little bit smoother to play and has more damage reliability, and I feel like you can play her for like immunities or evade, and if you play her a certain way, she can be very reliable to do the task that you want her to do, and you don't need to worry about stuff like debuff immunity that you would have to worry about when it comes to Iceman, and that's one of the biggest problems for evade characters. But I feel like, yeah, she could be shelving quite a few of the popular options just by comparison. But yeah, I think with the amount of utility that's incredibly relevant, there's a very good argument for Emma Frost potentially being categorized as a god tier character. But I don't know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself as well. Again, just a reminder, this is a free 30 champion versus Maestro in Act 4. Right, bait our heavy attack there. There we go, boys. Let's go. Pwah! That felt good. That felt really good, man. That was such a clean fight against Maestro. Damn. Well, well, well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we have talked enough about Emma Frost in this video. I am so tempted. Let me know in the comment section below, should I take Emma Frost up to rank 5? She feels great. She's such a good character. That was one of the most fluid runs I've ever had, because I do kind of like similar stuff for similar kind of power index champions, just so I can reference it. But I think that was one of the best runs we've ever had when it comes to like a newly ranked like 330 champion that isn't awakened. Granted, we did have the team synergies, man. We had the Phoenix one making her a little bit quicker on the prowess, but that was smooth, man. That was such a smooth run. She dispatched through all of those fights so easy. Yeah, really impressed. Really impressed. I kind of have my first bets and feelings that, at the very least, in terms of how I interpret and compare characters, I think Emma Frost is up there with either the high demigod tier or god tier champions. I really want to see some like high level Emma Frost like full damage gameplay, so I can get a bit of a good idea of whether or not I consider her god tier. But damn, I'm bloody impressed so far. That was really good. So yeah, those are Mega Red and Emma Frost crystals. I'm looking forward to the opening next Thursday, man. We hopefully can, well, hopefully we'll be able to get a 5-star version of either one of the characters. I still haven't played like any Omega Red at all. I've done a little bit of practice on Winter Soldier, but I'm looking forward to that rank up once we can get some more tier 3 basic. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on Emma Frost in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.